Hello and welcome to You There Instantly. If you are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and many other social media outlets, and you want to get your message out there immediately, then you found the right place. And that is You There Instantly. It's where we get you there instantly. My name is Sean Snowday. I am the founder and the voice of smallbusinessrocketlauncher.com and of many summits and podcasts. We're going to jump right into this software right here. So, of course, you're going to go to app.youthereinstantly.com to log into your account, and you'll have your username and password. Make sure you keep those safe someplace. And once we log in, we're going to log into my good friend Sherry's account, and you can see she has this a little bit set up. Now, there's these buttons over here: publish, calendar, reports, campaigns, approve, share buttons, and social CRM. And the first one we're going to start out with is publish. Now, when you click on the publish button, you will notice that all of these over here show up. And I want you to know she had already received the link to connect her social media outlets. So if yours is blank, you are just at the beginning. You need to receive an email from me saying that you have the rights to use the software. Okay. So if you do have that email, then you set up your social media, you'll be able to see these. Okay. So before we go into publish, queue, and sent and drafts, the first thing I want to do is I want to go and schedule, because this is where everything's going to go down. Now you're going to see inside of here that Sherry has her Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. She even has Google My Business and her Instagram set up to send out certain messages at 8 a.m. every Monday through Friday. Okay. Then she also is going to send some more out at 10 a.m. Now, you want to realize over here on the right hand side, you have main, blog posts, promotional, inspirational tips, and industry. And you could actually add one. So, say, like, we have a live event. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type live events. Okay. Because I do have live events. I'm not going to set it as the default category. I'm not going to associate it with any other things. We're just going to keep this really simple. So I'm going to say save right there. Okay. Now you can see it down here that I have live events. Now, the reason this is so important is it's important for you to know that these are just going to be your like main things that you're broadcasting. If you have someone writing a blog for you, or if you're doing your own blog, this will only do blog posts. These are promotional. So a promotion would be, hey, we have a new product and we'd like you to know about it, and here it is. Here's the link to go buy it. Inspirational, of course, we wouldn't know what inspirational is. It's always great to get the good news out there and just inspire people. Tips are just going to be industry tips, things that teach people. One of my favorite tips is how do you get your first yes on a sales call? And you just say, hey, can you hear me okay? And they'll go, yes. And you go, great. You got one yes. Okay. Industry's news is, of course, going to be news about your particular industry. And then I just added live events. Now we're going to go into import. Now, this is very important. What you can do is you can download this example file. It's called a CSV file. If you're not really certain what a CSV file is, that's okay. We're going to be going over this in the coaching programs. But the CSV file is where you could literally set up your entire year of posts using the file. So rather having to type one post at a time, you can go in an Excel spreadsheet. You could take all of your categories and you could put everything you want to say for the whole year in one file and upload it. That's really ninja. That's really different. We're going to get into it later. Okay. Also, you see these other options down here for the import: email me when published, requeue, hold post for your approval. This is a really important one, because when you upload your CSV, you might say, hey, you know what? There's certain things I don't want to go out there. I'm not sure. So you can click that. We'll go into those later, and then trim tweets. Now, the RSS feed. This is a little bit more difficult. And what this has to do with, it's a feed that you're going to find on most websites that are high-end marketing sites, and it's going to be either /RSS or /feed. And what you can do is you could take other people's content and you could broadcast it out, or you could take your own content. I'll give an example. I have Automation Rehab podcast, and I actually made my podcast posts a feed. So every time I have a podcast, every time I upload my podcast to my website, it automatically blasts out to all of my social media. It's great stuff. So we'll be getting into that more as we go through the coaching classes. But let's get back over here to publish. Okay. Now publish is where the magic happens. This is where you're going to start initially, most likely, and this is where you're going to write your message. So let's say that we want to say something about Anthony Robbins. So you could say, hey, uh, and then one of the really cool things is, and I saved it, and I'm going to write www.tonyrobbins.com. Okay. Now I say tonyrobbins.com. Watch when I hit the space bar, you're going to see it spin. It's actually looking at all the images on tonyrobbins.com website, and it pulls these images over. So I could say, hey, tonyrobbins.com has a new package or event, whatever you want to say there, right? Now, the other thing that you could do in here is you can add another image. Say, like in this post, you want it to go out to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all those different things. But say, like, you want to do multiple images on different posts. Okay. So I can click on this right here and I can add the images that are already in my image library. I can upload an image right here, click on upload, and it will upload different images right there. And I have different types that I can search, and check this out. This is the best part. We have free stock images for you. There's over 1 million images that you get to use for free from Pixels and Pixabay. So if I say group right here and say search, it's going to come up with groups of people, and I have all of these. There's millions in here. Okay, and you can use them for free, and you can use them anytime you want, and you won't get in trouble. If I say event, it will pull up different images for events. Okay, and then I can actually add this image in there. I just selected it, so the next time this post goes out with this, it could do this image or this image. Now I can also take this and I can bold it. Okay, I can italicize it. I can add another image in it right here. Okay. Another thing is we can add video. So when you click here, it'll say also upload to YouTube. So you can choose videos in this. We're going to go over how to do this in all the coaching programs. And right here, you could do emojis. This is really cool. Emojis really get people, you know, it just converts better. People like emojis. They like seeing stuff. They like seeing happy. They like seeing all this. And then hashtags. Now, here's the thing with the hashtags. Say, like, we're doing something, Tony Robbins, it's totally inspirational. So I can add a hashtag group. Now, she doesn't have any groups right now. So we're just going to make some. So I'm going to say hashtag motivated. And then I'm going to say hashtag inspired. And I'm going to say hashtag let's do this. And I'm going to say hashtag excited. Okay. Now I'm just going to, for time's sake, I'm just going to copy these all over. Now you can notice here that I have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Out of these, I can randomly pick all of these. But let's say for LinkedIn, I just want to have 2 of them go out. And for Twitter, I want all 4 to go. Facebook, it's going to look spammy. So I might say 1 hashtag, right? And then for Instagram, I just want them all to go out, and Twitter, because who really cares about having all the hashtags there? That's what it's all about, right? So I can save this right here. And what's going to happen is I'll be able to add the hashtags in here. Now, as we go down here, you'll be able to see that we have, this is going to the category for live events. Remember how I made that category for live events? But we do have main, blog post, promotional, inspirational. So this is, hey, Tony has a new live event coming out. I could put my affiliate link in here and have that work, okay? And then email me when published, and then requeue. Now, what requeue does, we can hover over this, and anytime you see an information I like that, you can see what it happens. But when we put, let's say on this for, let's say inspirational, let's say we have 20 different inspirational posts that we want to get out there, it's going to shift everything to the bottom. So if I have 20 of them and I requeue 5 of them, it's once this tweets out or goes out to the social media, it will go to the bottom of the queue. So I can requeue this. So when I turn on requeue, the really cool thing is the default is forever until I remove it from the queue. But another thing is until so many requests. So I could say after 6 times, don't do it anymore. But let's say I'm having a live event. I could choose the date. And on the date of the live event, I don't want it going out anymore. Why? Because the live event is over. Then I add it to the queue. Okay. So that's the really cool thing. Now with this queue, you can see what's going on here. She has all of these things about to go out, and you can see what's already been sent and what's about to be sent. And or I'm sorry, these are the sent ones. These are the ones that have already been sent. You can see on 111, 112. This is what's going out. And there's some more better news, if that is even a sentence, that you're going to find out that we do all the analytics for it. And then you have your drafts. Of course, there's no drafts in here because she's always on time and on top of it. But if you're creating something, you're like, hey, I'm not sure about that, you could always save it as a draft, find it in here, complete it, and then have it be put in the queue so it will be sent out later. So remember, we have publish, we have queue. These are the ones that are about to go out. Sent, these are the ones that have already been sent. Drafts, these are the ones you're working on. Schedule, this is the most important one. This is where you can see where everything's scheduled. So you can see here that on her Facebook, she has the main, all these different categories, and it's going to go out to these. Now, one of the important things about this is if she doesn't want this to go to LinkedIn, it won't go to LinkedIn. All she has to do is turn it off right there. But right now, what she's doing is promoting a lot of stuff. So she wants it to go everywhere. Import is a little ninja, and so is RSS. So just remember, as you're building this all out, this video right here is a reminder how to use the publish button. So stay tuned and we'll go over the calendar.